vision. That is how you set an unshakable vision. Today, I would like to talk about the 6 essentials that you need to have to set an unshakable vision as a leader. If you want to have a long-term leader, you need to have a long-term vision, as simple as that. So what are the 6 essential steps to begin with to have a fantastic and unshakable vision? So start making notes, because it's gonna give you a lot of insight of setting up your vision. The number 1 point out of the 6 is the value system. Your value system determines almost everything else in your life. Now, what is value system? Basically, whatever you value the most in your life. Now, consciously and subconsciously, there are different types of values. So most pertinently, what happens is whatever is missing in your life, you're going to value it the most. So if the fun part is missing in your life, you're going to spend any amount to get the fun back. And that's the reason why you spend a lot of time, a lot of money on things like Netflix, TV channels, news channels. You want that adrenaline rush, some kind of interesting thing, some kind of funny thing, some kind of entertainment. And there's no doubt that entertainers earn a bomb, because we all need entertainment in life and we value it somehow high in our life. And that's why we are ready to spend any amount. But is that value going to take you long term as a leader? So what is it that you value the most in your life, and what is it that it is going to take you long term? For example, how about valuing peace of mind? How about valuing human lives? How about valuing environment? How about valuing creativity, creating something great? How about valuing human helping people? How about valuing productivity? So these are some of the values that you need to think of. So most naturally, you will be choosing something which is missing in your life to be your highest value. But you need to make a conscious decision that whether whatever is missing in your life is actually something which is going to take you long term in life. That was the first point out of the 6 to set your vision right, your value system. Number 2 point is to operate from an intrinsic motivation. Now, there are 2 types of motivation. Motivation can come from outside, that is extrinsic motivation, like you must be watching YouTube videos, reading a book, talking to someone, following a mentor, speaking with someone. All these are extrinsic motivation. Remember, anything which is extrinsic is always temporary. Unless and until it comes from within, a motivation which comes from within, you are naturally inclined to do something, to create more, to help more, to go farther. Unless that happens, that extrinsic motivation is not going to last long. So in order to have a phenomenal vision, you need to find out what is your intrinsic motivation, what is your passion, in short. And remember, your passion can become an obsession unless you have the right value system. And that's why I started the 6 essential. The number 1 thing that you need to start with is your value system. And then you need to find out your intrinsic motivation. What is your passion? And follow it so that you have a fantastic vision ahead. Number 3 in the list is to operate out of a selfless core. Remember, there are 2 types of internal mechanism that we have, or mindset we have. Number 1 is that We operate out of a very selfish core. We think only about ourselves, our family, our little world. But we don't care much about what is happening with the other person. Maybe it's an office, maybe it's on the road, maybe it's in the country. We don't care much about what is happening with others. Now that is a very selfish core, and you can relate it. If you're a working professional, then you can definitely relate that most of the time, majority of the time, you are thinking about your promotion, you are thinking about your salary increment, you are thinking about your designation, you're thinking about what kind of project that you should get, right? So it is, how many times have you actually thought of the organization? So a true leader who is having a phenomenal vision, an unshakable vision, will always operate not from a selfish core, but from a selfless core. Think how you can help others without expecting much. See, we are born and raised in a world of competition and comparison. Shift your mindset to collaboration and creation, and automatically you will be able to help more, create more, and do more. You'll be operate out of a selfless core. So instead of competing and comparing, see if you can collaborate and create. That was the number 3 point. Number 4 point is to have integrity. And integrity is walking your talk, not showing off. Don't try to be a people pleaser. The long-term leaders, if you look at Elon Musk, if you look at Jeff Bezos, if you look at Steve Jobs, if you look at Nelson Mandela, if you look at Mother Teresa, if you look at Mahatma Gandhi, if you look at Martin Luther King, the list just goes on. The true leaders not only operate out of a selfless core, but they also do something which they are originally thinking of. They don't show off. They don't try to please people. That they know that their value system is absolutely fantastic. They are contributing to the world, and they do everything possible to hold on to that mission, to that purpose, to that value authentically, not copying someone. And there is no doubt that we are not reinventing the wheel. Most of the things which I'm telling you right now have already been told by someone somewhere else. Most of the things that you are doing or you're thinking that you will be creating must have been done once, somewhere in the planet. We are a 600,000 years creature. So we must have achieved something which you think you can create new is already done by someone. But I'm not talking about creating something new by copying someone. I'm talking about creating something new, maybe copying someone, but being original, putting your personality into it. As a leader, try to be as authentic as possible, as original as possible. Don't try to please people by giving some random numbers about your years of experience or certificates, or money in the bank account, or oh, I have done that, I have been there. Drop the ego and be completely authentic and integral to your selfless core. And those are the leaders who go the long way. The 5th point in the list is to become open-minded. If you're judging too many people, then as per the law of the value system, you are indirectly copying them. If you're thinking that, okay, somebody doesn't have many things just like you, then you are becoming someone who will soon not have many things in his or her life. This is the law of the value system. It's like the law of the gravitation. It never changes. It has never, it will never. So if you are judging someone based on his or her experience, his or her age, his or her color, race, religion, whatever is the variety, then you're basically becoming very, very narrow-minded, and you're completely closing yourself to the marvelous opportunity that the other person might be bringing to you. So you need to look beyond all these limitations. Don't be narrow-minded. All the visionaries, the true leaders in this world, never think of these things. They think of all the possibilities that all of us can create and bring into this world. and that is being open-minded. Stop judging, start listening. Again, drop the ego. Once again, I'll tell you, your value system actually decides whether you can be completely authentic and completely open-minded. The last point in the list of 6 essentials to have an unshakable vision as a leader is to go nimble, or to practice nimbleness. What is nimbleness? Nimbleness is your speed of implementation. See, you can take all the time to plan, you can take all the time to ideate, you can take all the time to discuss, to brainstorm, but as a visionary, as a leader, you need to start taking actions. Once your planning is over, once your ideation is over, once your full proofing is done, you must not take any more time to implement it, come what may. So nimbleness is a quality that you absolutely need to have if you want to become a visionary leader. If you want to have a vision which is completely unshakable, then you need to start implementing things as fast as possible. And it does not mean that you have to burn yourself out. It does not mean that you have to rush all the time. You have to hustle all the time. You don't have to burn yourself out. You can be calm, cheerful, composed, but all you have to do is to implement as fast as possible. Take all the time with your calmness to plan. Take all the time with your creativity to think of something new, something, implementing something new. But once that is done, you need to start implementing as possible, as fast as possible. So once again, I'll go through the 6 lists just to summarize. V for value system, I for intrinsic motivation, S for selfless score, I for integrity, O for open-mindedness, and N for nimbleness. VISION. That is how you set an unshakable vision. I hope this video was really deep and helpful to you. If it was, then go ahead and hit the like button and share your comments. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to get phenomenal mindfulness leadership content from me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll be looking forward to see you in my next one. This is Srimay signing off.